Hello. Looky here. We are here. We are live. We are doing it. Welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is always piping hot and we are always ready to serve you. I am Lana, your resident diva, here with my strawberry sunkiss. Strawberry sunkiss, my favorite drink. It's strawberry fruity deliciousness. Strawberry sunkiss. Yeah.
Lana is going for the Strawberry Sunkissed sponsorship, which you know what? I appreciate it. But I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with an empty mug that I was using earlier. It's a pancake mug. I've shown off pancake mug before, but yes, good old pancake mug.
Period.
And she's Tajja. I don't know where Tajja went, but she's Tajja.
Tajja,
Yep.
Tajja, yeah. There's
Tajja's here.
Okay, technical difficulties. Yay!
Here, I'll do my intro again. It's fine. Here, I'll do my. It's fine. And I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with Pancake Mug.
Hey, baddies. It's me. Hey, what's up, baddies? It's your girl Lana with a fatty. You know, here's a little tea for you and me. Period.
Oh, I missed you, Tajja.
I'm such a mess. I apologize.
Oh my god. We are here. We are back. It is another Thursday in the Big Brother Canada house.
And we're happy. Happy to be alive. Happy to be here. Happy to be spilling tea.
Because we're not going to waste any time. Kyle Moore is gone! Yeah! Oh. Period.
It's about time. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we was waiting on all season. This man was a mess from his HOH reign was one of the worst HOH reigns in Big Brother history. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there.
The worst.
He might be the worst, but he is. It was one of the worst, and he got what he deserved because of that horrible foolishness he called a HOH reign.
Got the boot. Got the boot.
Hey.
Everything so.
And not only did he get the boot, but he got the boot under his right-hand man's own HOH. Like,
and not only did he get the boot by his number one ally, but he got actually backdoored. Like true backdoor. He is added to the list of true backdoors. God, I love it. I love every single part of it. I'm so happy.
And it was unanimous.
And it was unanimous. That's what I'm about to say.
It was unanimous.
He got the unanimous vote. Boop, boop, boop. Triple knockout, boy. You got it. Pow, your homie did it. Pow, it was a true backdoor. Pow, it was a unanimous vote. You, sir, are history. Bop, bop, bop. Done.
You're gonna be a BB Can legend for all the
wrong reasons. But you got legend if you wanted it.
I remember being here last week and us being like, "Oh God, Gino's HOH, Kyle's safe."
That's what we said. That's exactly
what we said.
Thank God, good.
God is good today.
Hold on. Let me do my shot.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, glory.
As you can see, we've been living it up. We've been eating good.
We ate good. We ate good.
Very
We
that.
ate, We ate good.
I was so nervous. I literally remember seeing it and being like, Gino's the HOH. Great. A personal color is going to leave. Like, wow.
So Monday, I got kind of sick on Monday, so I slept in that day. And then I jumped online and I was like, oh, the veto meeting's probably happened. Oh, Betty's probably going up, whatever. And I look and I'm like, Kyle? I had missed so much of the feeds over those last couple of days. So I was like, really? It was a gag.
And let's give the credit where credit is due. Miss Summer Sales. Miss Summer Sales. Summer Sales walked into that HOH room, did what she had to do, did a little sweet whisperings in Gino's ear, and made him feel, this is your plan. You're doing this. You got this. And what happened? Summer says, just Kyle, you might want to distance yourself from. It's not good for your game. And Gino said, you know what? You're right. You are right. And did what needed to be done.
Yeah, we love a girl who can plant seeds and watch her flowers grow.
Oh,
it's a beautiful garden.
Beautiful gardens. And I just want for everybody who was out there doubting Miss Summer Sales and not trying to give her credit for the move that she made, in your face. She did it. Eat it, swallow it, enjoy it, because she did what she did. Summer made that move happen. Not nobody else. Summer made that move happen, period.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, we're just happy.
Look, do we need to discuss anything else but the happiness and elation that we feel this week? Like, because, it was so good.
I mean, there's a few things that I want to talk about. A few things that were shown on the show that I think we should discuss, namely Summer and Gino in some fuzzy handcuffs. We'll talk about it. I mean, this week, honestly, was a whole lot of like Gino rebuilding his game. He talked in the Monday episode a lot about how he just literally can't trust anybody, which was evident because him and JC Lynn thought that they had both flipped on each other. And it took an entire day for them to and Kyle for them to realize that they hadn't turned on each other and that Marty had turned on them. I'm like,
it's just a little too late. A little.
Yes.
Suck to suck.
Okay, I do have something I did want to talk about, but y'all continue.
Oh, go ahead.
No, because we hadn't gotten to the whole. Well, Gino.
I don't care tonight. I don't care. Let's jump around.
Okay, whatever. So the Gino of it all.
But yeah,
I want to know what Gino is doing, because see, Gino is in this house playing around. He doing some playing around in this house because he all up on JC Lynn and just like
Penny.
Yeah, JC Penny. He just he on her. He pulling her in. He kissing on her. Blah blah blah. It's kind of whatever. But then he over with Summer and Summerface playing around, hugging and stuff. They went fuzzy handcuffs and we wouldn't know what that's about. But making comments about JC Lynn, like, I wonder if Summer asked a question. I wonder if she go find you. He was like, she following me around all the time. Like, he's annoyed with Miss JC Lynn. So I'm like, which is it? Are you annoyed with JC Lynn to Summer, or are you just playing a Summer face, or what you doing, bruh? Like, what is happening? I don't know.
I want to know, like, when is it my turn?
Tajja is patiently waiting.
Gino.
She's patiently waiting for you, Gino. Just
patiently. And
See, if Josh wasn't already taken by another beautiful man, I would go after that man because he is beautiful. But
very beautiful. Just they did really good with this cast. Like I was comparing, and I'm like, you know what? I still feel like BB Can 9 had some really good looking ones. Like I was like comparing. I was like, who would I want? So say hypothetically, if I was a train conductor, where would I want the train to be? Like would I want to run my train through like BB Can 10 or BB Can 9? And you know, I chose 9, but they did really well. And even on the inside, some of these people, like their stories are just so nice. And because you look at Gino, she's very beautiful. He has tattoos.
He does.
He's Italian, right?
Yeah. Oh, Greek.
He's Greek.
I saw someone the other day. So his name is Stavlos. Apparently, like that's his like given name, but then they had to like, I can't say Americanize because they're Canadian, so Canadianize his name. Colonize. So he went colonize. Sure. Yeah. They colonize. Yeah, we had to get a colonized name. So they went with Steven, and then everyone was like, "Well, why do they call him Gino? Because his last name is Giannopoulos."
Okay.
I mean, whatever you have to do in this white ass world, do what you gotta do.
All right, you have to do what you have to do to get in the way that you fit in here, because these white people are not, good with change and extra syllables in your names. So,
but they'll spell Michaela 10 different ways.
They can say what's the shoot? I can't even think of the word I wanted
to do. Camden, Braden, like all these names.
McKaylee,
McKinley.
All the white names, at once. So Gino's HOH, and he like you said, Lana, he doesn't know where he wants to be, he doesn't know who he wants to be with, but he wants to be with everyone and no one at the same time, is what I've learned after this week. His noms came pretty obviously based on where he's positioned in the game. So he does nominate Marty because Marty backstabbed him, and we'll talk about the Marty of it all here in a second, even though I don't want to. But he nominates Marty because Marty flipped last week, and he nominates Jess because he's just not that close to them on a game level, and he finds them dangerous. Which, from Gino's perspective, and with the people that Gino's aligned with, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That's the thing. I wasn't shocked of the nominations, and I really understood why he did what he did. So it wasn't Kyle's was very much out of left field with the Moose of it all. And it was why Moose, when Moose was your, trying to be your ally? Moose really was go work with this man. So it just didn't make any sense. And even in Stephanie, it just didn't make sense why he nominates her when you just got in an alliance with her. It just, his was so confusing to me and out of left field. I was so shocked, and I didn't know where his mind was.
Speaking of Steph,
oh please.
It's funny, I swear.
Okay.
Did y'all see on Twitter where I think literally yesterday she found out that Kevin wasn't actually married? Because that's the story he's going around with, is that he's married. And Steph was someone tweeted at her and she was like, Kevin's not married. And I was like, oh, honey.
Is this a pivotal plot line?
Right. Does anybody really care? Is somebody trying to get with Kevin?
She did.
Somebody
Right.
was like, oh shoot, Kevin's married. I guess
Kevin's
I can't
married. Darn
Darn,
it.
shoot.
I mean, I don't think anyone, even his partner, is going to want him after being in a kiddie pool of spaghetti.
I mean,
It
he didn't have a choice. That's the
It was
I
game.
interesting.
know.
I never want to see it again.
I don't ever
I
need
feel
to
like-
see it again. That was good.
I'm
When
good.
I wake up in the middle of the night, like with like a demon paralysis type thing in the corner, it's gonna be Kevin like bathing himself with spaghetti. I feel the
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to see anybody bathing themselves in spaghetti. Not even Gino fine self. I don't even want to see him bathing in spaghetti because I think that's a waste of food, and that just grosses me out. And I just like my internal turmoil is like, you're wasting food.
I was watching feeds when he got the task, and I was like, y'all are really gonna have them on slop and wasting all this food,
right?
Like, come on
like,
now.
So yeah, so gross.
I hope I know they didn't, but I hope that they like took however much food he used and donated it to like a homeless shelter around Toronto. Like I really hope they did that. I don't think they did, but I hope they would do something like that. But I would be remiss to not talk about Gino getting his Wendy's because he goes down and gets his message from one of my favorite BB Can winners, Sarah Hanlon. I love her. I stan. And he has no fucking clue who she is.
I would be that one with Gino. I would have been like, I have no idea.
Oh, not that.
I wouldn't have known who she was either.
Did you not watch BB Can 3?
No.
Oh,
and
I didn't start watching BB Can till 5.
Right, it's not like there's been so many episodes, so many seasons of BB Can. Like, you know, Big Brother, there's been like 20 plus. So like, maybe you like, kind of like whatever. But I'm like, bro, there's only been 10 seasons. What you confused for? But
well, not even. There's like been 8.5. We're in the middle of the 9th because 8 doesn't really exist.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known either though, because I didn't start watching BB Can till 5. So I would have been like, "Who was that?" And then like, Sarah,
I would have been fake. I'm sorry. I was raised to be like, I'm like, oh my god, look at you, hello. And then like, when I got done, I'm like, who was
that? Yeah, I mean, I do that in person. Like, I'll talk to somebody, like, they'll be like, hey, like, okay, yeah. So, like, this literally just happened to us last week. We went to Logan's, and me and my sisters, we were out, and we were about to leave, and this man was like, the Goen sisters! Oh my God, y'all, I heard y'all, and we were like, hey, what are we doing? He was like, I haven't seen y'all in so long. I'm like, he's like, I missed y'all so much. I'm like, oh, we missed you too. It's so good to see you. So. And we just talking, and he's talking, and so we leave. We get in the car. I was like, who was that? Everybody was like, I have no idea who that was. None of us knew who he was. We had no clue who he was. But he talked to us like he knew us, so we had to go along to get along, and we did. So yeah,
don't be like, you remember me, right? You my name? I'll be like, your face, oh, so familiar. Oh,
oh my God, your hair! I love what you've done with your hair.
Valentina,
but I love Valentina. Your smile is beautiful.
Oh no! I'm like that at work all the time, but I work retail, so you have to be like an actress / whatever, and yeah. Or when they're like, oh, like. They'll say my mom's name, be like, "Oh, are you such and such's daughter?" And I'm like, "Bitch, does she owe you money? Did she beat you up when you were little?" Because my mom was she's 1 out of 5, all brothers. She used to beat people up back in the day. She was one of those girls that would fight boys. So like, I have all these horror stories of my mom like beating people up and doing this and that and blah blah blah.
I wonder where Tajja got it from. And I mean that in the most loving way, you know.
I got it from my mama, y'all. I got it from my mama.
Same. I get it from my mama too.
I didn't.
I got everything from my mama.
I got everything from myself.
No. I was saying I got abandonment issues from my father.
That fucking part, Tajja.
He
That fucking part.
He definitely did not give me no color. What else? Yeah. It's just
all I got from my biological father is a lot of male pattern balding. Thanks, Dad. Anyway.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
I hate it here.
I love my daddy so
much. Love you too, Daddy. Oh, nope, that's a little different. Okay, we move on. We move.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. This is therapy session. You didn't know if you're watching.
We haven't seen each other in like a while. Like the three of us have not been together for a while, so this was bound to happen. And Robyn's coming eventually. I don't know when Robyn's getting here, but Robyn's
maybe not. We don't know.
They're coming eventually. But yes, Jess and Marty on the block. Boom, shkack, boom. Post noms. Marty is acting like a child.
I mean,
are we shocked?
This is what I don't understand about that, Marty. Weren't you HOH? Didn't you put people on the block? Would you want them to act like you're acting now when you put them on the block? No, you wanted them to be all cool and calm and happy with your nominations. Mm-hmm. But you literally looked at Jay and was like, I did that. And I'm
targeting you.
I'm targeting you. Like,
does he think he's untouchable?
Because he really he let that Canada vote go to his head, y'all. Because he really thinks everybody's supposed to like him because Canada voted to give him safety. But
no, sir. It's because you have one Facebook group of super fans.
Exactly.
And I wonder what they all have in common.
They all feel the same way you do. Target all the POCs. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to say
target the POCs, target the queer people.
Mm-hmm. Do all of that. Target every non-binary person of color and everything. That's your plan. And they all agree with your plan. But okay, we move. Marty's a child. Too old to be a child. But he's very upset because he got nominated. I'm like, did you not think you were when you saw who was HOH and you flipped on them last week? Like literally an hour ago or right before, the day before, you flipped on them.
Well, no, and the funny thing too is like in conversations that they had, they showed a little bit of it on the Monday episode, but literally Marty in his conversation with Gino was like, I understand if you put me up. Like, I fully understand. I flipped on you. I get it. Whatever, this, that, and the third.
He really thought he wasn't going to, though. He literally like me and
Gino did all but tell him.
Well, I'm like, Lana, if you need to vote me out, that's okay. Knowing damn well, I'm like, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Like, when he did it, and he was like, I'm like, oh, that whole little show you put on, like, I totally understand. Like, your ass got put up.
And he talks about how it was the specific like wording that Gino used, saying that he like backstabbed him, but like you did.
You did. That's what you said, and you said it, and you did it because you know you did it. What is
like? Why are we?
Why are we acting brand new? She gives it to you every season.
Honestly. Like honestly, I'm like.
Seriously, that is the huge the equivalent of sure, Tajja. I know we've been allies this entire time, and I know I flipped on you in this last round. I understand if you have to put me up because I backstabbed you, but I understand if you have to put me up. But and then Tajja turns around and puts me up, and I'm like, how dare you say you're gonna put me up because I backstabbed? Why would you say that? I don't want to
different. It's different when it's someone you're super close with. Because if you're my enemy and we go back and forth, that's a given. But like, if you're supposed to be one of my allies and you do this to me, I'm gonna be like, you burnt me worse than my enemy did.
Period.
You keep clothing.
Period. I mean, it is what it is. You in the game. You choose your allies and you have to teeter lightly on your plan of the games when you're playing with your allies, because you can't flip on the ally and expect them to be okay with that. That hurts worse than the person, your enemy, doing it because you expect that from them. You don't expect that from your closest ally. It's like, dang, you playing me too? Who do I trust? That's why I understand Gino's feeling. He's like, I don't even know who to trust no more because the people who I was the closest to, who I was working with, is the ones who flipped on me.
And it took him a whole day to figure out the one he's been laying in bed with wasn't flipped on him either. So what do you think? Like,
oh, jeez.
Like, is Gino? I'm excited for Gino to go back to not playing the game and just being something nice to look at. Honest to God, because like, oh God, help us all. Not this, but yeah. Marty's moping. Marty does some more moping, and then Marty goes to Gino, and he's like, "I feel very hurt by you, and I'm targeting you." And Gino, being the literal epitome of a husky, is like, wait, no, we can make this work. No, I want you to win the veto. Oh my God, no. And I'm like, Gino.
Man up. Man up.
Not good gameplay anywhere. Just,
no.
I feel like it was just I mean, the end result of this week were like beautiful. But just
the end result is lovely, gal. But
I'm like, what are you guys talking about? That's just, it's giving me very like, with how they handled things, it's giving me very like when you give a man men having podcasts, that's what it's giving me. Like, just fluff, talking about nothing. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the hell up.
Yeah. It's definitely no content with them. It's just very fluffy, very like, Gino, for real. Be the man that you're supposed to be. Make your nominations and look them straight in the eye like, yeah, I'm targeting you too.
You betrayed me.
Do what you gotta do. Like, if I was Gino, I would have, when he came at me talking about I'm targeting you, and I'm like, do what you gotta do, bruh. But just know I'm coming for you too. You come for me, I come for you. This is where we go be in this house. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this way.
Targeted. Yeah, I think Gino didn't feel targeted when they swapped the vote and Stephanie got voted out. Do you think he felt okay with you after that? No, so you saying I'm targeting you. Okay, Anne, go ahead, niece.
And do what you gotta do.
And then after the nominations, Gino tells Summer that he'd be okay. Before this confrontation even happens, Gino tells Summer that he'd be more than fine if Marty took himself off the block. So what was this nomination? A slap on the wrist? Like, what is happening?
What you do if, like, make everything, your moves need to be very, like, poignant. Like, it needs to have a point to making these moves. I'm not okay if he comes off the block. I don't want him to win the veto. I want him to stay on the block and suffer through the whole week.
It's like Gino is playing Chutes and Ladders and everybody else is playing chess. Like, Gino and JC Lynn are playing Chutes and Ladders and everybody else is playing chess. And we have a special guest. Welcome, Robyn.
One person of color that we love. Hey.
Listen, I'm sorry, besties. I was playing board game Insanity. They keep shooting at your girl.
Not bad.
We're here.
Watch yourself. No. So introduce yourself. You've been here before, but the lovely people who are not watching.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Robyn. And yeah, I'm ready to get into this episode. I know you guys, I don't know how far you guys are along.
Well, let me just yeah, we just really first of all,
I actually watched the episode and I took notes for the night.
Oh,
I was like, Logan's gonna be so proud of you.
They told me, and I was like, my friends doing things, yes.
I was like, let me be a good podcaster and be prepared with notes.
Well, let's get this out the way because I know you want to do this as well. We've already done it. We've celebrated once, but we can celebrate again with you because
not yet.
Wait, Logan, you know what you got to do? The eviction!
Kyle's gone!
Work!
I literally have a video. Robyn, notice we were on Zoom, and I literally have a video of Robyn dancing to Kyle getting.
Listen, it's one of the most fabulous weeks Listen, okay, I know people were hyped for Kyle last year because of the whole debacle and mistake with the white man named Kyle Moore, and then him just getting cast this season already rubbed me the wrong way. So him getting evicted fourth was like icing on the cake.
The same position as season 9 Kyle Moore.
Kyle.
I feel methinks that if your name is Kyle Moore,
don't go on.
You might not want to go on Big Brother Canada because
if they need to stop casting people named Kyle.
I think they do.
Had one for like each of the last 3 seasons. Like,
no more Kyles, Big Brother Canada.
Literally, I think there's literally like 4 or 5 Kyles on Big Brother Canada, like across the seasons. I'm like,
but only one trans person. Or no, actually, well, now we have 2 on this season, and then last season we had 1. But like, I mean, let's keep it going. Let's keep this going because we already lost. Julie Vu was trans.
Fucking hell! Well,
they gave my bitch an early boo.
Yes, yeah,
disgusting.
That was sick.
Truly.
And
then that one other person from BB Can 7, the non-binary person. I don't remember their name.
Kira? Kira, yes.
That came out of somewhere in my brain. I don't know where, but yeah, that.
Yeah, I remember them, yes. Yeah. At least, BB Canada has been a little more progressive in casting non-binary people. So we love to see that.
We do love to see that. We do.
I can't wait for the day that BBUS cast.
We've only had one trans person in 20
Tomato. We move.
Look,
we do not.
When the day which is awful because when is the day when we boo tomato a trans person? We don't do that here. But this one, boo tomato. Let me what? Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
The moment when Robyn and I get cast together on like BB 27 or something.
Period.
How's that going to edit into that?
I'm just saying when Robyn is on BB whenever season. I'm just waiting. Look, my favorite line is I just can't wait till Robyn looks into the camera and says, I'm bored. I'm ready to shake some stuff up. That's all I'm waiting for. If I don't get that, I'm gonna be like, I don't even know what to do. Robyn is going to look at that camera and tell them they are bored. And
listen, one day it's gonna be one day. But I would have to be in power. I play a lot of these mini games and they're just one day, but like I don't know how I would do in such a long term game
right.
That's like 90 to 100 days. Oof.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
why I love BB Can because it's only 70 days or so. It's like 70 something I think this year, but I'm like that's all we need.
It's more like just like just I don't know. There's such a difference between BB Can and like BBUS. BBUS to me is just like that annoying jock in high school that everyone thinks they like them. And they're like, shut the fuck up, bitch. But BB Can is like the artsy person who's like really cool with like a lot of people. Like they call the teachers by their first name because they're like so it's very like that. Don't get me wrong, there's been like issues with BB Can, but like I just feel like it just vibes so much better.
It is a different vibe. It is very much a different vibe.
It's just better. Point blank, period. Like it's better. Where were we complaining about Gino, Marty, or Kyle? I don't remember which one
we're complaining about Marty and how and then Gino, how Gino reacted to the conversation with Marty and how he was just like, no, I want you to win Vito. Gino, really, why did you put him on the block if you want them to win
Yes,
Vito?
I never understand that point. Like, why are you putting someone up but then want them to win the Vito? Just not put them up.
Don't put them up.
Right.
Like, unless
then you're just making an enemy out of someone for no reason.
Okay, was this a whole elaborate plan? Because I mean, spoiler alert, like it was noted that Kyle did get evicted, so obviously he was.
It's in the title of the damn video, so.
Is that like his end goal? Like, I hope one of them wins to get Kyle out. Like,
no.
That's why I'm like, he's not
because his target.
Smart.
Until Summer did the damn thing, thank you, Summer. His target was Jess. Like his target was Jess, and so it's like,
Right.
It's just, I just don't get it. I'm just like, I don't understand why would you say, put somebody up, go through all that, nonsense, and then say, oh, but I want you to win the veto. I don't know. When they come to be mad and they like, you're my target, I'm like, and so what? You my target, so let's do this. Do what you gotta do, and I don't care.
So worry about that veto, sis. Don't worry about me.
Right. You got to worry about the veto. You ain't got to worry about me. So you do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and we'll see who come out on top. Period. Like, why are we backing down? You the HOH right now. You ain't got to back down from nobody.
Right.
And speaking of
agree
veto,
with what you said, Logan. I can't wait. I'm glad that this week is over and Gino can go back to not playing and not talking and just looking good. Just stand there and look cute. Just be.
I mean, that's the reason he was cast, right?
Exactly. So and look cute.
That part.
That's all you need.
By the way, I know we're talking about cute men, but I never noticed until this episode how cute Herman is, and I was like,
right, her mom looked pretty good this episode. I was like, okay,
my thing was sure. Mouth. I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm so glad that Stephanie's out because if that was a showman,
okay, sorry. I need JC Lynn to go next, so
not this picture.
Oh, honey, we have them both saved. Don't worry.
They were so shook.
I need JC Lynn to go next.
Had a blind side like that.
Oh, that was a perfect blind side. Like, I don't look. BBUS could never. Could never.
Honestly, never. I just need Marty this week, JC Lynn the week after, and then maybe Gino. I don't know. Like, that's kind of.
I kind of want JC Lynn gone this week.
I want JC Lynn gone this week.
I'm fine with that too.
I need
after. I don't know if we're talking about this episode yet, but from what I've seen from this episode with Marty, like I like the conversation he was having with Summer this episode, and he was having with Helena, and I think that's one thing we forget about these shows, right? They're social experiments, and I don't think Marty has been around people like non-binary people, trans people. We see that from his targets,
even from people of color. Honestly,
yeah, even a lot of people of color.
That's fine.
So like,
I like all look the same.
I like him having that conversation with Summer, and it also, I want him a little longer in the house to kind of get to know these people better and learn more about other cultures.
That makes sense, and yeah, we like to we forget that everybody does not have the same experiences that we have or meet the same people that we have. So
one thing I like about Marty than the other white guys is that he actually wants to learn about that stuff. You have to be open-minded to learn about it.
Right. I'm about to say, because see, the fact that we forget that everybody is not the same or we have the same experience. We tend to, when they say ignorant stuff, just be like, "Oop, they got to go. I can't do it." Sometimes, as much as it sucks and we hate it, we have to give them that room to grow and that opportunity to learn if they're willing to learn. And like you said, Marty seems to be willing to learn. So since he's willing to learn, I'm willing to give him the chance to grow. And it's like, okay, I know you say some stupid stuff and some ignorant things sometimes, but that's part of you trying to learn. We have, because
Then I know pronouns has been a big thing for him.
Yeah.
But Lana, you know me, and I'm a big advocator for like people, like you always say, Lana, you haven't grown up with a lot of non-binary people. I haven't grown up with a lot of non-binary people as well, but I'm learning, even though I am non-binary, I'm still learning pronouns and learning how to use them properly. And sometimes people are going to slip up or say the wrong thing, but we have to give people the opportunities to grow from that, because they're not used to it, and we can't think like one day with a non-binary person you're going to just change your whole life that you've learned.
Right, Logan. Non-binary pronoun police.
Oh, that's just that. Listen, that's just my perspective. Other people have different.
You're right.
I'm not trying to come for anybody's perspective.
No, you're right.
That is.
I'll just go.
No, you're right. Because I only said that because Logan be on me, like on my neck every time.
No, that is my perspective. I cannot tell people how to feel about their pronouns. You know, I'm the type of person that feels that way. That doesn't mean the other non-binary person meet and I mean, feel that way. You know,
and that's what I was saying. I was like, sometimes you have to give people that moment because, like I said, I'm 43 years old. For the most of I haven't heard of non-binary people until I was 43 years old. So give me a minute to sometimes, because I'm like, But
I also will say, Lana, I've always see you like, you know, you always try and you're always correcting yourself. And that's, you know, that's what we could only ask for, you know, like,
Logan,
don't be disrespectful.
I did it one too many times, and Lana checked the hell out of me, and I was like, okay, fine.
Because I was, you know how you're just talking real fast, you just saying like,
oh no, totally.
Yeah. And I was like, I think I was talking about Jay, and I was like, and he was like, and Logan was, and I was just about to correct myself. Logan was like, they. I was like, okay, dang.
No, it's just because Jay especially got misgendered so much. From everybody that I felt a little bit more defensive, obviously, and also Jess. Yes. But like it was happening a lot more, at least from what I saw, to Jay.
Yes.
Especially on purpose.
It was on purpose. Marty was doing that on purpose. And I know that. That's what I'm like.
Yeah. But no, Robyn, your point, I completely agree. Also, as a non-binary person, like I even still mess up. And every time I have recently, I'm like, Lana would be dragging me right now if she knew that I was messing up pronouns. But no, it's. But were we at veto? I think we're at veto.
Yes, we're at veto. We were at veto.
Okay. So this is a recreation because all the vetoes have been. This is a recreation of a BB Can 7 comp where you have to push boxes against a surface and hold them with your core strength.
I really like that veto. Like I liked it the first time I saw it. I was like, this is an interesting veto. I would fail miserably once I got to like 4 or 5 boxes. That thing's tumbling over. It's not. But I enjoy watching that one, and then because like I went back and watched the one from BB Can 7 and watching how Anthony and what's his name? Yeah, fine. Look, you see who I remember because
and everything.
You see who I remember.
Are you talking about Toothless?
Not Dane.
Not Dane.
No, the one who ended up winning.
Dane.
Yeah, Dane won.
Dane won that? I thought Toothless.
Are you talking about the generically handsome white man that was a part of their alliance?
Yeah, but I thought.
Are you talking about Adam?
I was going to say Adam is the other one that I think did well.
He one had the beard and the mustache.
Yeah.
Or mustache. I think Adam won that one, though.
I think Adam won that comp.
Yeah, he won that one because I went back and watched it, but I remember watching the final 2 with.
We're trying to figure out who you're talking about.
That's who I'm talking about. The one the one who was in the final with Anthony and
Dane.
Yeah. Dane didn't win that one. Adam
won the season. No, Dane won.
I'm not talking about the season. I'm talking about the challenge.
About the veto,
oh my god!
This is what I'm trying to figure out, Lana. Adam won the competition. Dane won the season.
Why would we talk about the
season? I hate when mom and dad
competition. We're talking about the competition.
Okay, I'm just trying to clarify.
But your clarification was off base completely.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're talking about the veto.
I'm going away.
Oh my god. Look, me and Logan spent way too much time together. I think we need a break. We need a break.
What's in that drink? Some cognac, some Henny.
Strawberry sun kissed. Sure, Lana. Sure.
I need you to like do one of these.
Anyway, no. So I don't know if y'all. I think Lana was here for this one. Remember a couple weeks ago where I was like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about this veto wheel because this veto wheel might turn into the same damn people competing in every comp." Well, Betty didn't play in this one. It's the first veto Betty has not competed in, But both Jess and Marty got house guest choice, and they got the same wedge of the wheel. So they need to go in and they need to do an HOH lockdown and recalibrate this wheel because whatever. But Marty ends up choosing Summer to play with his house guest choice. Jess also gets it, and they pick Tanisha, which is exciting because this is Tanisha's first veto, but also because Tanisha was the third option for Gino to put up. And Jess knew that. And so they sort of gave Tanisha an opportunity to get herself safety, which I love. Very happy to see it.
I love it.
And then Helena gets drawn. I think Helena's actually played every veto now, I think. I don't know. But yeah, so as all of the vetoes have come down this season, it comes down to the nominees.
Crazy this season with the nominees.
Saying every week that it's just I've been doing it,
but it makes it so spicy.
It does.
I love it.
So many back doors.
So who ended up winning the veto, Logan?
It was Marty.
Congrats, Marty.
I wanna say as well, I felt really bad for Tanisha because one of the boxes had a letter from home. and she didn't grab. Summer was the only one to grab that box.
I would have grabbed it.
And then Summer went out first. I felt really bad for Tanisha, but she also knew she was in a dangerous position and so didn't want to take extra boxes if she didn't have to. And so I truly felt for her. I do hope she wins an HOH here soon, or at least gets some sort of like message from her daughter, because I know it's been 4 weeks plus quarantine since she's seen her family.
So wild to think of. This is your baby. Like you formed her in your womb. Like you birthed her. And how old is your daughter? Like 11?
11, I think.
Yeah.
Like 11 years you have been in your daughter's face, like knowing everything. And can you map? Like that's why I could never be on Big Brother or anything. I worry about my siblings too much, and like I would be crying like
put me on. I don't care about none of my family.
I'm about to say, put me on. I'm about to say, I ain't got nobody I'm caring about like that.
I'd honestly be more worried about the three of y'all than I would.
I'd be more worried about my friends.
Literally, if I was on, I'd be like, how bad is Lana roasting me for all of these bad game decisions? Like,
how many people has Tajja fought over for saying
literally? I know I'm making shit moves. I'm sorry.
Like, ooh, I can't wait till I get out so I can see all the crap they talked about me in the house.
Oh, that part.
I just need a support system. I can't get to my day without a support system. Like I like all of you guys, and like it just it would just be too much for me. I would have a mental breakdown. That's why I would never go on a show that I can't.
I can do it. I can go. I'll miss my sisters, but I'm like, I'll see them when I get out. I ain't finna trip.
I'm getting a hold of Tanisha. Hold on, let me.
Tanisha, you want me to call her? Because
Hell yeah, Lana, you better go and win us some money.
That is pretty much it. She like, just win and you come out with some money. Let me hold her something.
But yeah, so we then see this is the moment really truly where Summer is putting in the work because she wants to save Tanisha. She knows that Gino's third option was originally Tanisha, so she is putting in the work. He then at some point flipped it. I don't remember exactly the timeline. He flipped it and it was going to be Betty. Versus Jess on the block.
I'm just like, stop it.
Stop putting Betty on the block. She's lovely and wonderful.
Betty Lana.
Oh, not Bev. I don't want to think about her. Not that. But yeah, so Summer puts in the work here. And this was, I think, one of the best gameplay moments of the season so far, where Summer's like, Kyle's going to continue to be a target, but as long as Kyle's in the house, you're going to be associated with Kyle, regardless of whether you're actually still aligned with Kyle. So as long as Kyle's here, if he's on the block, you're sitting next to him.
And she makes a really good point.
Truly. I'm like, yes, absolutely agreed.
That is why you should always listen to Black women, period. Thank you. I said it.
Yeah.
Period.
I said it.
It's worked out for me so far. So
just saying, it works. It works. You know what we're
I
doing?
will tell you that like Summer found like a really good counter argument because a lot of people, you know, when they play, they're like, "I'm the house biggest target. Keep me around because next week, blah blah blah." And Summer's like, "Let me tell you why you need to go. Gino,
Right.
this, and this. Kyle needs to go. This. And I'm just like, give her fucking roses.
And then what sealed the deal really is Kyle goes to talk to Gino and it's like, I think you should backdoor Moose. I'm like,
he learned nothing from his HOH ring.
Nothing.
I fear.
He learned nothing. He learned nothing.
So he's just gonna always be that messy person, and yeah, he definitely made the right decision.
Yeah. Because obviously Marty does use the veto on himself. 4 out of 4 nominees using the veto on themselves so far this season. And Gino actually puts Kyle on the block.
Cause Summer said so. Cause Summer said so.
Yes, we need to give Summer her props. Okay?
Flowers for days for Summer.
I'm happy that at least in yesterday's episode and in tonight's episode, they really did. The edit did give Summer some of the credit. They didn't give her all of the credit, but they definitely gave her a good chunk of the credit, which I appreciate because that's actually what happened.
Right?
So,
because other people, I won't name podcasts, but they won't give the person their credit. Just saying.
No,
I'll call his ass out. Taryn, stop disrespecting Black women in Big Brother. Point blank, period.
What was his exact quote that Gino would have put up?
He's not gonna put up Kyle
just because Summer said so.
It was literally he literally goes Summer, Tanisha, Betty. They may try to get Gino to put up Kyle. He's not going to. In front of Amon. Can we talk about that as well? Saying all of this in front of a Black man.
I mean, but if said Black man don't say nothing, then what does it mean? He just said what he said.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm just gonna say that too.
Stand up.
Sure.
Stand up and say something. But all right. Whatever. And what happened? Gino puts up Kyle. So I hope he's eating his words. All of them.
And I mean, I think if I was in that house, I mean, it makes a little, I'm trying to think of the other side. Like, it does kind of make sense. You want to keep Kyle around because he is always going to be that big target in front of you or whatever. But at the same time, to me, Kyle is really, really messy. And I don't want that in the house. Like, after, like, even when he was leaving, he was trying to start mess and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I just rather not have that energy in the house. I don't even care if you're going to be a big target in front of me. I just don't want that energy at all.
What did he say when he was leaving? I missed that.
When Kyle was leaving?
Yeah.
So he goes unanimously. We'll talk about some of the other stuff from the episode, but he goes like, oh, I have 2 truths and a lie for y'all. My name is Kyle Moore. I'm like, yeah, we know your name is Kyle Moore. Shut up. But he's like, I have whatever siblings, and on night 1, I got a power that I've been hiding, and if I got evicted, it would go back into the game, and now it's back into the game, and the secret is 12. And I'm like,
yeah. What was the point?
What?
Bitch, you thought
what was the reason?
You thought you ate?
He thought he shook the table with it?
He really did.
What? How would it look like?
And then this is why I love Arissa Cox point number like 4,307. Because then Arissa gets to her conversation with Kyle, and she's like, well, we both know you don't have a power. And I was like, yes, Arissa.
Like, read him for Philip, baby.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That man, yeah, he needed to go. It was the right call for him to go. Because he gives me the energy of someone who doesn't hear no too often in his life. A lot of people never tells him that he can't have something or he can't do. He just gives me that.
But he has a mental health podcast, Lana.
I don't know who he's helping mentally. I don't know this man. I haven't listened to his podcast. I don't know what he's about, but I probably won't be listening to his podcast to help my mental health.
I will not be listening.
No, thank you.
There's nothing, and this is no shade, there's nothing that like a white man can tell me about mental health that like I just don't, and it's no shade against him. Obviously, it's not his fault. He's a man, or he was born white, or blah, blah.
Yeah.
But there's not, when I want perspectives from people who kind of like come from where I'm coming from, because he won't be able to relate on being like transness, like being a person of color, dealing with things in this world. So I'm like, cute gowns, lovely gowns.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if I went to my therapist and my therapist happened to be a white man, because they went to school for this. They've been trained for this. They can understand some things that I might, and they might have a different perspective of something that I see because I'm living in this world, and there's something that they see because they don't live in it. So I don't have a problem with that. But Kyle Moore does not seem like the person that I would want to listen to talk to, because everything he says, his voice aggravates the hell out of me. Like, he just annoys me so much. So I don't think I'm gonna be listening to his podcast for my mental health.
And it's not even like he has a degree in psychology. His degree is in sports media, as he shoved down our throats numerous times during his HOH week.
So unless you're telling me about basketball, bruh, move along. Right. You're not gonna tell me about my mental health. Move.
Speaking of basketball, I've been on the edge of my seat all night.
Yeah, y'all y'all better do what you gotta do, because y'all losing right now.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we move.
He doesn't have a degree.
No, not in psychology. No, it's
his degree is in media.
That's why we say, bruh, if you want, unless you're talking to me about basketball or football,
because Tajja, that was his whole like big secret knowing Moose, is because him and Moose went to the same college and got the same degree. They were just a year apart. So that's how he tried to weaponize that against Moose during his entire HOH reign as like as justification after the fact for nominating Moose. And it's like,
don't nobody want to hear from you, bruh. Don't nobody want to hear from you.
I did not realize that was intentional at first. I was like,
yes, that was so much intentional. That was so intentional. Like, I don't want to hear from Kyle Moore about nothing about mental health when you got a sports media degree. Like, we could talk about hockey, football, basketball, baseball, and tennis, but I don't want to talk to you about mental health. Oh, this man.
The only real important things otherwise that happened in this episode were we got the tropical resort destination room reveal.
Oh my god, yes.
There's real sand in the Big Brother Canada house, and I'm like,
that's a headache.
Yeah, they had to plug some advertisements in there so they could make their little money or whatever.
Yeah. And then they show without any prior knowledge. So they're like, I forget who it was in confessional, but they're like, so the whole house is on slop. And I'm like,
why?
Because they do it every season where the house gets so gross and dirty that they put the entire house on slop to like teach them a lesson. And so, but they didn't show any of that like first part. They just literally show someone in confessional is like, well, the whole house is on slop. I think it was Summer. It was like, the whole house is on slop because we're gross.
Yeah.
And it's like, because they were on slop, I think, for like 2.5 days. Like, this wasn't just like a 1 day like blip done period. Like, it was over like at least the course of like 2 separate days. And then we get go ahead.
Oh.
Can I say I do love Big Brother Canada for that? I do I do kind of like them for that though, because they actually take punishment seriously. BBUS does not. A lot of times people break the rules and they have no consequences. So
Watermelon in the shower, anyone?
Well, yeah. But that's one thing I did like about the episode. I liked that they were all on slop and they actually had to clean, and I like that Big Brother Canada is like, holding them all accountable. We love to see it. I enjoyed it. Even though I didn't enjoy them showing the slop and people gagging and stuff. I'm like, that's gross.
Why is Canada's slop green? I still don't understand why it's green.
Green? Oof.
I think it's because because I don't know this to be sure, but I think it's because they put spinach powder in it as like to provide vitamins, because spinach is super like vitamin packed.
I mean, if that's what they're doing, okay, because like US slop, people be getting sick all the time eating when they on slop, but like they get so sick and malnutrition. So I'm like, it's honestly, they really need to get rid of slop and just go back to PB&J. Like, honestly, because I think the slop doesn't do anything but make people sick. And I don't want to see people getting sick in the Big Brother house. That's not what they came there for. They didn't come there to get sick or anything like that. So I'm like, I don't know. They really don't. But like, okay, so what I was gonna say is, when you mentioned the slop, cue JC Lynn and her tears. She cries so much.
She cried when Steph was evicted. She cried when she found out Gino didn't blindside her. She cried when Marty went on the block. She cried at some other point this week. She cried when she was on slop.
She cried when she
was on slop.
Oh my god. Oh, she
cried
cried
when she thought she was. They had cold showers too.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, so it's like, if you're gonna, so they've gotten rid of have-nots. Like, have-nots are not a thing this season. Why continue the slop and the cold showers if you're not gonna have have-nots? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Or like rework have-nots to be something else that's gonna affect them in the game. I don't care. Just like whatever. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't understand it. And then they show some of the clips. Like, they show Josh answering the phone, they show Marty being on hold, and they show Kevin having to cook all this. Well, they don't even show Kevin cooking spaghetti. They just show Kevin in the kiddie pool covering himself in spaghetti.
The editing
was so disgusting.
First of all, the editing was so random because I didn't even know. All we saw was Kevin answers the phone, and then he says,
"Do you like spaghetti?"
Do you like spaghetti? And then flip to him bathing himself in spaghetti.
So he had to cook, like, I think it was like 7 pounds of spaghetti. Like, this took like 3 hours to do. It was like a whole thing.
That's such a disappointment. Now you have to cook it. You can't even eat it. You just have to.
That's so sick.
They didn't even show the best of the phone tasks, though, because Summer and Gino were handcuffed together at one point.
I was waiting for all that.
Betty answered the call at one point and literally had to just be silent for an hour. Like, couldn't respond to anyone, was just silent for an hour. And then the one that I wanted them to show, because I thought it would, like, endear the audience to Kyle more, was the fucking dance. They had to choreograph a dance. It was JL, Herman, Kyle, and Tanisha had to choreograph a dance, and they actually played music in the BB Can house for this, and they did like a contemporary routine, and it was like cute for what it was. But I was like, y'all didn't even show the good tasks.
I will say, like,
the editing was definitely off.
Like, Helena had to like eat all that slop, and she was like doing like not like a show and tell, but like a, I don't know what they're called, but she's like, no.
Oh, she had to do like infomercial. She was doing like an infomercial.
Yeah,
for slop.
and she was selling it. She was selling it so well, and I was like, okay, Helena, I see you there.
Yeah, I wrote down, like, I was writing down who was picking up the phone and everything, and I was like, that's it? Them only showing 3 people, and it wasn't even that good of
it wasn't.
Because I'm pretty sure everyone answered the phone, but a lot of them were just, like, knock-knock jokes. Like, I know Jess's was a knock-knock joke. I think Herman's was a knock-knock joke. Tanisha's was a knock-knock joke. Because Kyle, I think, got the dance, like, call. But like everyone had to answer the phone, but I'm like, y'all only showed And the
And
reason
then they have to
didn't,
answer the phone in like the middle of the night too. I wish we'd seen like that. Them like waking
yeah.
up.
I guess they didn't show Summer and Gino because they're trying to push the JL and Gino.
They really
showmance.
are. They really are. And I'm just like,
I mean,
That's
that,
why.
that
That's why
white
she needs to
love
go.
trope will be good for the show, I guess. I don't know.
And they said they already had their one Greek and Jamaican couple already.
That's what I'm saying.
So
One of the most iconic couples is between a black woman and a white man. But you want to push
A
like,
black woman and a Greek man, even. Like,
literally what's going on. Yeah, but y'all want to push the. Yeah, it's just not giving idea.
but like I said, we don't
I
know
know
what
we see nothing with them on the episodes at all. Ever.
You have to watch Feast if you want to see any Gino summer content, which
Summer's-
is a lot of. But they
Summer
don't
is-
want to.
There's so much of it.
Summer's the one wearing his
So
hoodies
much.
around the house. Like, hello?
The man who doesn't like anyone to wear his shit is letting some. And I'm just like, y'all, the math ain't mathing. We need to get JCPenney the fuck up out of here.
She need to go. She need to go. Like I said, next week she got to go.
Yes.
You know what? I've been convinced JL needs to go
50%
next
off.
week.
Get her ass up out of here.
Because then they have no choice. Because Gino will automatically 100% spend all his time with Summer. Like
That's only if what's her name? JL?
JL.
JC Lynn is her actual name.
JC
but-
Lynn. That's only if JC Lynn wins HOH. Like, that's when we have to fear, right?
We fear for Summer if that happens. So that's why she
Yeah.
needs to go this week when Justice HOH.
Y'all right.
Oh, well,
See-
I said too much.
Oh, well, I was trying to build it up into something, Lana.
I said too much. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, we can once again celebrate. We're actually at the point of the program where we can once again celebrate that Kyle Moore has been evicted unanimously.
Listen, I wrote down everyone that. Well, it doesn't even matter because everyone voted his.
Everyone voted for
I
him.
normally write down everyone, but this one I
Right.
didn't because
And
I knew.
The first unanimous vote of the season, baby.
Baby.
Made it even more
Won't he do it?
smoother.
Yes. And then we see the setup for the HOH competition, which, what was the name of it? It was called, hold on, I wrote it down.
Legends of the
It's
Door.
called Legend of the Door, yeah.
Legend of the Door. So it is a memory booth competition where they have 4 minutes to run through the house. And there are apparently 5 BB Can legends behind the doors doing some things.
Do we think Ika's back? Because she
gotta be back.
She already
It has
did
to
the
be-
proposal.
I feel like I feel like if Ika and Sabrina aren't there, at the very least, I'm gonna be upset. I heard Jed was there.
Yeah, they'll probably have some from last
Happy
season.
to see his face again because he's an attractive man.
Jed is so fine.
One of the worst players ever, but very nice to look at.
Yeah.
He backdoored himself, Robyn.
No, I know.
You think they're gonna have Ty there?
If they have Jed, I don't think they're gonna have Ty.
I don't think so.
Yeah, even though Ty
Or
was
no.
the winner.
Even though Ty was the winner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Ty's got a gig doing ET Canada. He's too
That's
busy.
true.
Yeah.
That's
a
true.
full-ass reporter for
That's
him
true.
and Erica Kaspunen. Like,
Yeah,
hello,
they working.
period.
They're working.
But
They had to replace Ika somehow.
I was Erica's a good replacement, not great.
No.
But
Ty is Ika's replacement.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I
that's
was
fine. That's fine. I would prefer
It's
Ika,
whatever.
but
It's whatever.
you know who
Yeah.
else I want to see? I don't know who else has been behind the doors. I want to see Brittany. I want to see Brittany Blair behind one of those damn doors
Brittany.
from
We love
season 3.
Brittany.
Lana,
I don't know her.
fabulous.
I know her. She's a runner-up, right?
No, she was like 4th or so. She was allied with.
Okay.
Remember Sarah? Lana, remember Sarah?
No.
The winner of the season. We talked about
She
her
won the
getting the
season.
Wendy.
Oh yeah, I talked
message.
about her earlier. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
love Sarah. 'cause
Beautiful
she's
gowns.
hot.
Beautiful
They were
gowns.
well. They were like ride or dies. Sarah and Brittany. Like they.
Great for- so
fabulous.
wonderful.
I want to see Brittany. I want to see not fucking Kevin Martin, please, God, no. I want to see Kayla. That's Kayla or Paris. That's the other person I want to see.
Kayla.
But the interesting thing, besties, is we already know who the HOH is.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to switch our banner over to tea time. If you do not want to know who the new HOH is, please leave now. Thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye.
Yes, I know who the HOH is, so I'm like ready to talk.
Boop.
Can we talk? I just want to say this is going to be the first, unless some wild shit happens, this is going to be the first week of BB Can 10 where a queer person is not on the block at one point.
Oh my god, period. We love that.
A queer person has been on the block every single week this season. And I don't see a universe where Jess puts up Josh.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
I am rejoicing for my two queer people that are still in the house.
Do we have any predictions for noms?
I think her mom might be nominated.
Jess is actively targeting Herman.
What am I missing with her and Herman? What did he
first
do
week?
Her?
First week, Herman literally put them up, and then was like targeting them big time. Like if they didn't win veto, they would have been gone.
You're right.
At this point, it's kind of like a tip for.
And it might be Gino as well because Kyle was gone.
Yeah,
and Gino also put them up. So.
Right, and which would make. I mean, if I was Jess, that'd be the easiest target. No blood on my hands. Y'all know why I did it. It ain't no surprise to nobody else. And good luck to y'all.
If one of them win veto, put JC Linda.
Put JC Linda up.
I was gonna say, I think the other person that might be in a little bit of danger is Marty. Because they're not connecting on a game level at all.
Not.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him. I wouldn't be mad at Marty leaving either. So.
I wouldn't be mad at
me not hearing.
All right, I'm about to say Summer.
Me not hearing Summer, Tanisha, Betty, Helena, Josh. Like
me not hearing who I want to stay. So I don't care. Any of
I
those
know.
people can.
In the words of DaCosta, I'm so used to giving an.
I love DaCosta.
Yes.
The past 2 weeks when the HOH was crowned, literally, I felt like, oh my gosh.
I was
nervous.
It was tomato.
Boo, boo,
Listen,
boo.
if it wasn't for Summer, Gino's HOH could have
would have been the same way. Yes.
Summer saved that HOH for us. Thank God. I was so devastated with Gino.
Of the house when she wins BB Can 10, I expect everyone to give her her roses. We will be standing.
Please.
We will be going to Toronto, giving her physical roses.
I'm not gonna throw no shade or nothing. I love me some Summer, but I'm definitely Team Betty. Is my number one pick.
Yes,
so
I like Betty too. No shade. She needs to wake up.
Right.
She needs an HOH, honestly, is kind of, I think, what she needs. She has the best reads in the house.
Yeah. And I don't fault a lot of people for not winning a lot of HOHs pre-jury. But once jury happens, I need you to pick it up, baby.
Pick it up. You have to.
But I know it's not because she hasn't been trying, because last week when
she was in the tiebreaker.
She was really
you could tell she wanted it
she
so
really
bad.
wanted it
so bad. She did what she had to do. She just fucked up the tiebreaker.
So close.
So close.
You literally could tell she wanted it so bad.
I just feel like Betty is. I love watching Betty. Like Betty is feeds gold to me. Like I love watching Betty on the feeds. She gives me that cracked energy when we need it. She gives us that spiral out of control energy. Then when she is focused and reading and picking up reads to the house, she is very spot on. She peeped Kevin week 1. Kevin, I see you. I see what you're doing.
Can we talk though about how they're literally best friends now, Betty and Kevin? I love it.
I love
going from pretend you hate me. I do hate you.
I do hate you. So
what is Betty's sign? She's not a Virgo, is she?
She's a Virgo. She's a Virgo.
I'm about to say half the house is Virgo.
Is she one of the several Virgos from Toronto? Because I remember.
Yeah, it's 8 Virgos.
This is why I stand.
That is very much our.
Honestly, it would be really. No, I was gonna say that would be a real. That would be like a really cute like midweek video because I don't. Also, the other thing is I don't think we're doing twice a week anymore, y'all. I think we're only doing 1 day a week because Lana was right and I was wrong.
Always listen to a Black woman.
Exactly. But, like that'd be like a cute like Sunday or Monday video to do if we want to like analyze who's left in the house and the signs and everything like that. I know people have done it, but like that'd be cute. Just a lot of them are Virgos from Toronto still, so.
Is Summer a Virgo or is Summer not one of the Virgos?
I don't think Summer's a Virgo.
I don't think so.
I'm looking it up really quick.
Melina was a Virgo. I think Jess is a Virgo.
No, Jess is a Taurus, I think, which is why I love them even more.
Maybe Jay's a Virgo.
I think so.
All these Virgos in the house. Oh my god.
I will say I'm still standing by my girl Helena. She was my preseason winner pick. She is still my winner pick, and I think she is playing a very good game for what she's playing currently.
Okay.
So
also, I think Steph is a Virgo as well. I like analyzed it. I was like, okay, here's my people.
Summer was my winner pick. She still is my winner pick.
Yeah, I think Helena tonight really wanted to. I think her and Kyle had a really good relationship, but she was very, she felt very talked down to by Kyle, and that's why she was like, last week. So
yeah, I think I liked seeing when Helena told Kyle that. She was like, "Look, you talked down to me. I didn't feel like you wanted to work with me. Like everything you said, it felt like you were being very condescending in your tone." And I was just like, tell him, because sometimes people don't understand or realize when they're being that way, and if we never tell people like, hey, you're talking down to me and I don't appreciate it, they'll continue to do so. I appreciated that Helena was like, look, last week when you were in control, I didn't feel like I had the power to tell you this, but now since you on your way out the door, let me tell you what I really feel about you. I was like, love that.
I can't find where the astrological signs are, but
so I could have told you that. I had it right on our thing.
I was gonna say I can also pull up our slideshow from preseason. But yeah, so I think definitely I think we're gonna have a man evicted this week. I feel pretty confident about saying that.
Sorry. Well, not that. Not the phone commercials. Yeah.
But it's all good. But yeah, was there anything else we wanted to dive into?
No, I kind of want you to put up the Kyle Moore was evicted thing because I kind of want to dance one more time.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm on board. I'm here for it.
I feel it in my spirit. I need one more good dance,
Let's go!
Hey, bye-bye, Kyle Moore.
Oh, that felt good.
That felt real good.
I just want to rub it in all the people's faces. Santi, cough, cough. That was up this man's ass.
Okay, I have to say I was one of them as well. I have quickly converted, but I more so said in our cast assessment, I was like, I'm excited to see what he does.
That's what it was.
I'm not simping for this man. No. In the way that I am simping for Josh. Like that's
I will say it's a long journey trying to lead a horse to water. But once that horse does get to water, they grow and they learn. So like not too much on Santi, bitch. No, other way, bitch.
Wait Not me talking to the wall.
Tajja, okay.
Oh, you what? Lana, okay, Lana, you get them, I'm gonna get them.
Let's go.
Ooh, let my hand go.
Hold hair.
There we go. We did it. There. I hate mirroring. It's fine. Oh, there it is.
You know I was going
Virgo.
Wait. Let me write this down. Betty,
Virgo. Love that.
Helena is a Sagittarius.
Not a Sage.
Yes, a Sage. Herman is the Taurus. I think it's Herman and Jess are the Tauruses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
Virgo from Toronto. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Taurus, period.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look at you being right.
Virgo.
Josh is a Virgo, yes.
Virgo, Scorpio, Libra. Kevin's an Aquarius.
Next caller. Oop.
Kyle's Virgo.
Kyle's a Virgo.
Next caller. No. Okay.
Born.
Virgo Queen.
Melina is a 29-year-old Virgo. I need to know when her birthday is, because if we have the same birthday, I will literally probably explode. But anyway.
Right. Moose is a Pisces. Steph is a Virgo
Definitely
as well.
a Virgo. Oh my god.
From Toronto.
Cancer.
Gino's a Cancer, and we saw that this week. Summer's a Virgo from Toronto.
Okay, listen. I'm okay with a Betty or... Yes, Betty or
Tanisha's
Summer.
a Scorpio.
We stand Virgo Queen. Oh my god.
See, I'm rooting for Jess a little bit more than Herman. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
all 4 of them were fucking Virgos.
Not all
are
the
you joking?
Not
Melina,
Virgo.
Virgo. Jay,
Virgo.
Steph, Virgo. Kyle, Virgo.
All the Virgos are gone.
All the Virgos are going.
What you trying to do? Come on.
Who are the Virgos left? It's Summer and who else?
Oh, Summer is Virgo.
Betty.
Summer, Betty.
And Josh.
And Josh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
They're the 3 left.
I don't see any of them going home, so I don't think we're going to have a Virgo go home.
I don't see them going home soon, no.
Mm-mm.
I was going to say, Tajja, let me remind you how many evictions there's been. Because Kyle's gone. And
That's
you know what?
That's one we don't claim.
And we'll be partying next week. We'll probably start next week's eviction episode reminding ourselves
he's
that
probably
Kyle's
on
gone.
the cusp of Libra, or Kyle's probably an August Virgo. What was his birthday?
I don't know. That I don't think we know.
Okay.
But well, this has been lovely. And the getting back together, you know.
We love this.
Robyn, thank you as always for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me. I had to be here for this episode, one of my favorites of the season.
We'll have to get you on. We'll have to get you on for Survivor as well, because you are a brand new Survivor fan.
I'm a brand new Survivor fan. I mean, of course, I knew about Survivor, and you know, I know some of the players. But yeah, it's my first season ever watching Survivor, and I'm trying not to miss any episodes. I'm really enjoying it. I think the last episode the edit was kind of like, what?
It was,
but listen, I'm really sad about the person that got eliminated.
Me too.
You know,
go check out our Survivor review that's got posted yesterday.
Yeah,
it's on the.
Look, let's just do this now. Robyn, are you free next week to talk about Big Brother Canada? You know, I like to put people on the spot right now.
Listen, I never know my schedule. Honestly, like, I probably couldn't have made it here today because somebody asked me to work tomorrow and the weekend, but I said no. Listen, bitches, I've been depressed and tired.
Okay.
But yeah, if I'm available, I will come on, no problem. I think this is also going to be a really good HOH and a really good episode. So I will, if I'm available, I'll come and talk. Yes.
Period.
Well, that's a great way to show our schedule that is now just Thursdays because it was Mondays and now it's just Thursdays. But yes, we will be back next Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern ish. It's always an ish. It's always an ish to talk about Jess's HOH reign, which will be a good one. I'm gonna definitively say it's gonna be a good HOH. The first non-man.
Oh yeah.
HOH as well.
We love that.
Are they the first non-binary HOH as well?
Did Kira ever win an HOH?
I don't think so.
Think they did.
I don't believe they did.
I'm gonna say. Was Kira non-binary on the show, or did they come out afterwards?
No, they were on non-binary.
They were the first openly non-binary person cast on Big Brother Canada.
That, but I don't watch BB Can't. Like I didn't watch like I think BB Can 6 was my first.
Yeah, since BB Can 7, they've had non-binary people. I don't think they had any on 8.
No.
Whichever
And then-
Ika season was when she came back.
5.
Okay, and then I watched. That was probably it. I don't know.
That was my first season too. So, but
But you can also point out. Oh, I don't know.
I'm just gonna go ahead and definitively say that Jess is the first non-binary HOH of Big Brother Canada
And
ever.
Yeah,
Jess
I think
has
they are.
won HOH and a POV.
Period.
Like,
I don't think they're the first non-binary person to win a POV. I believe Kira won a POV.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like this season, like has anyone won HOH and POV? Or was it
No,
just Jess?
they are the first.
I know that's right.
But with that, thank you all so much for joining us. Follow all of these lovely, beautiful humans because we're all great. So do that. And cheers with my MC mug that's sitting right here.
Bitches.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Please go.
Y'all come back now.